So last night for dinner we had Mexican food. No, I'm kidding. We're at Old Faithful. It's not my butt, it's a geyser. So we do have some time to kill. Old Faithful goes off like every 40-45 minutes, something like that. So we're just kind of gonna sit and wait here. It's pretty good though. I mean, something's happening. What do you think of Yellowstone so far?
There's a lot of people here this weekend, but it's beautiful.
So far, my thought is, you know, the locals sort of warned us Yellowstone is a long way away and pretty touristy. I will agree so far you get more bang for your buck at Teton. So it was an hour and a half is what the GPS said to get from Jackson to the entrance of Yellowstone. That's just the entrance, and Yellowstone is enormous. 3 hours in the car already, so it's gonna be a total of 6 in the day. There we go. Kinda. All right, let's gamble on this. Do you think people clap when it happens? Like when you land a flight in Europe?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna edit in some applause sound so I'm right no matter what.
You can't do that.
Tell me I can't.
You can't do that.
Who's gonna know?
Your audience, I'm gonna tell them if you do that.
You're gonna start your own channel and be like, Phil's a liar.
Is there a possibility? I thought you told me there was no possibility.
All right, fully 5 minutes in. When people start walking away. Do you think we could get the crowd going if we like start a chant? You know? Do it, do it, do it. Do it. Like put a little pressure on them, you know, like for an encore.
I don't think Old Faithful's gonna respond to that.
I'm picturing like the geysers backstage, just like, should I go out there? I don't know.
Having self-esteem
Not feeling
issues.
it today. What if that crow flies right into it, right as it goes?
That would be a really bad omen, I feel
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah.
All right. That was cool. Down in front. Okay. What was that, 60 feet in the air?
So cool.
That's nuts. You were walking away like you leave in the beginning of the 9th inning of a baseball game, going to beat the traffic?
Yep. Those are not loyal fans.
No, I'm still having a Dodger dog.
I'm here for you, Old Faithful.
I only waited this long. I was waiting an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah. Were they in a rush to go see, you know?
Full on. People are leaving. There's still geysering, you guys. Still geysering. Let it finish. No claps yet. Except for the one I added in. Oh, they're sick of it already. It's been sitting there for half an hour and they're like,
The attention span.
add it. Crazy.
Society today.
Oh, they clapped.
Oh,
that's real.
I don't know.
Yes.
The loyal fans, they waited till the
It
end
can't
of the
hear
game.
you.
There they are.
It can't hear you.
There they are.
Do you feel like a Ryanair flight just landed? But we parked at Old Faithful and we're gonna spin around for a couple hours and see what we can see. A little buffalo. By little, I mean enormous. All right, so we saw buffalo. Score 1 for Yellowstone. 2, 3. Now, Old Faithful is not the only geyser in this park. They're kind of everywhere, and they do smell like rotten eggs. That's not a myth. It's a powerful sulfur stench. Teton does not have these, I'll give it that. Now a little pedaling around till we don't feel like it anymore. Got some trees. As you can see, there's no, at least I haven't seen any bike lanes. I'm sure there's a bike path somewhere in this park, but I don't know, I guess the park just isn't super bikeable and they're not trying to make it that way. Whereas Teton, you can see the whole thing, you know, with a hybrid in a day or two. It's a weird thing where like, to experience nature's beauty, one must burn fossil fuels, which, you know, I'm not calling anybody a hypocrite. I flew here on an airplane and we drove to the park, but better than not seeing it at all. But I do feel like more at one with nature if I can be on a carbon fiber bicycle with electronic shifting. Like, I'm not gonna pet them, but I see why you'd want to. You do look snuggly as hell, except for the horns. Other than the horns, it looks very snuggly. Aside from the horns. You think he'd play fetch?
No.
Like, if I threw a tennis ball, you don't think he'd chase it?
I don't want to try.
Oh, I don't have a tennis ball. Nice little river creek thing. So we're heading back and riding along the same creek. There's a lot of folks fly fishing in the river, which it's interesting. I used to fly fish when I was a kid before I got into bike riding. I kind of realized that fly fishing, what I love about it is kind of the same thing I like about bike riding, which is you're kind of just walking up a creek all day. So like, you want to be out in nature, be sort of alone or with a buddy and your thoughts and the peace you get from that. So your single haul is where you kind of pull it once to get that extra pressure on the line to get the momentum. Double haul, you pull it once on the way out and once on the way back. You get more distance on that. And then for tighter spots, like a narrow creek, you do your roll cast, which is where you kind of lift the thing up and you do that, and it just makes like a bubble. And then the line rolls ahead and kicks the lure forward. Aren't you glad you're watching my cycling channel? Pretty cool. Just like along the road, there's these crazy geysers. It looks like smoke from a distance, but you can tell it's not, because it smells, well, Emily and I are debating, it either smells like sulfur, like rotten eggs. I think it's rotten eggs. She thinks it smells like feet. And all that means is she should wash her feet, to me. Those things, like, I was 50-50 on if we want to go to this park, and then when I got here, I was kind of like, that was a long trip, and I was annoyed. But the other approach to life is like, I'll never be around here again, so what am I gonna miss, and what am I gonna remember? Like, ask me in 10 years, but I think this is the right call to come out here today. These are the same 3 bisons, or possibly buffaloes, that we saw before in basically the same place. So buffaloes have a great whoop score. Hey buddy. So traffic leaving the park, it doesn't not feel like the 405. No, it's not true. We're moving a little bit. Still glad I came, enjoyed the park, highly recommend. I would say don't bother bringing the bikes to this one, and do bring the bikes to Teton. But worth the trip, guys are cool, can't argue with the buffalo.